good morning, and today is just gonna be a sit-down video with you all because today I'll be answering common college questions or the things you guys place in the comment section. I even did like a story in my Instagram. So yeah, especially for incoming college students or freshmen, this might be helpful for you. So yeah, watch the video. So let's start. For the first question, which was asked by Nathania Demicilio. Thank you so much for the question, Nathania. Guys, check out her channel as well. She has great, wholesome content. So, okay. Question. How do you deal with the many assignments and classes in college? I'm struggling a bit with my senior high because of the many assignments being posted every week. You know what? I get this because when I was in senior high, I would have like 22 to-dos, not because I was cramming, but because they were being issued that fast. So I definitely get what you're talking about. However, I just want to say, college is hard, but it has some differences with senior high. It may be super hectic in senior high because senior high was implemented in the Philippines a few years ago. It's not really that refined yet. And I heard they're even going to remove other subjects, that's not significant anymore. So it depends really. But in college, yes, the workload is heavy, but it's not as bad as the one in senior high, if I were gonna say. But it also depends kasi, like who your prof is. Because in senior high, I noticed na not a lot of profs take it seriously. So that's why it became kind of like too heavy. And yun nga, they're still refining the system. But magugulat ka, like sa freshman year mo, medyo maninibago ka na it's not as heavy as you think it would be. Or actually, it will gradually build. So it's not really going to get you super duper duper overwhelmed. Although I was super overwhelmed at first because I tend to be very nervous when I enter new phases in life. But yeah, in terms of dealing assignments and classes in college, I try to really organize my time. Like, I don't really write it in a notebook because that's just not efficient for me. I use this app. I'll just flash it in the screen. It might not be seen. But it's called Folderly. And in Folderly, basically, you can assign your schedules and courses here, room number, who your professor is, to-do lists. And that really helps because you can then see it in just one screen, like what needs to be done immediately or what item can be delayed a little bit so that you can focus on the more near deadlines. Parang ganun. So yeah, I highly recommend this app, yung Folderly. It's also free. So ayun. And I think they recently added it na rin sa Android. So if you're using Android, it's available. And it's also available in Apple. I highly recommend Folderly. Another thing that I would like to say, like there are times that you will feel burnt out. That makes sense. But also you won't really have a choice but to just do your assignments because even if you do feel negative, you're racing against time. So I totally get it. That's why I make it a habit for myself to just do schoolworks until 10:30 p.m. max. But that's for me, okay? Even org work. I tell my org mates or kapartner ko sa org when I used to be in the org because I recently quit. I only reply to messages about org or org work until 10:30 p.m. And the rest I give it to myself. Because if you don't take breaks, you're gonna get cray-cray a little bit. Although when I was freshman, I didn't really take that much breaks because I was very like parang, oh, I have to do this, I have to do that, I have to do my best, I have to, like the freshman pumpiness. Does that make sense? I don't know. Okay, but anyway, as I was saying, parang I just learned lang then later on na giving a break to yourself is very important. And when you study for exams, you should do it weeks in advance so that you don't have to study like a whole lot by the time exam comes. And to be even more efficient, let's say after your lecture, right? If you have a break after your lecture, try to restudy it just after the lecture. when your lecture is just freshly done, because it's gonna help you remember the information more. Although this, I don't really do that for myself all the time, because sometimes I'm just so hungry, I just want to eat. But some people do say this, na parang after your lectures, try to restudy them again, or try to rewrite your notes from what you remember, and that should help you a lot by the exam period. You don't have to study as much. So yeah, there's that. So just to summarize, my biggest tip here is to balance your time. Give yourself breaks. Study in advance. Don't study in huge chunks. Do it little by little. I hope I answered your question, Nathania. Thank you so much. Let's move on to our next questions. Next is a question by Wanavi. What things have you discovered about yourself as a college student? Okay, for me, I definitely have to improve more on myself. Like, in senior high, I was like medyo kampante na ako nun na parang, oh, I got this, something like that. But when I got into college, I really got to reflect on a lot of things. Like, especially working in orgs, it really gave me experience, and it helped me realize the things that I have to improve on. Like my time management, handling burnt out, how to prevent burnt out in the first place, and just overall, some personal issues popped up. Like I tend to overthink and overanalyze a lot of things, and that's something that I really have to improve on. And college is the one that made me realize that. And of course, some friends then. I've learned about not taking things too personally and not being too overly conscious about myself, because in reality, nobody really cares. Like, they only care about themselves. So like, if I have acne, then who cares, right? I'll just go out with acne. Choosing your friends talaga is very significant. Not everyone who is friendly and you thought is your friend is actually your friend. Like, they just see you as a casual friend, something like that. Just to tell you guys a story, no? Like, in terms of friendship, sorry, I just segue. But I used to be in this friend group, and I think we were 3 or 4, I forgot. Pero kasi we kept hanging out, so automatically I would think that I am part of the friend group and they're my friends, something like that. But then after that term ended, they suddenly, I mean, we didn't really have that much contact anymore, except for one. I do have contact with her up to this day, but there was a time I was walking with that girl, like that girl that I have contact until now. I was walking with her in the school, and then we bumped into our other friends, and they began greeting her. They began asking her to go to cafes and such, like inaaya talaga siya. And then I was just standing there, like literally just standing there beside her. And I was just smiling like this. I was waiting to be greeted as well and invited, but no, they were really all paying attention to her. And then after they kind of calmed down with the like laughter and everything, they're like, oh, hi Jules. So yeah, parang at that moment I felt kind of sad and kind of betrayed in a way, because I'm like, I thought they were my friends, but they ended up not being. So yeah, sad stuff in life. But I'm happy now because I found some friends from other classes that, you know, that makes me feel seen and validated. I'm very happy about that. I also don't feel salty about the old friend group anymore. Like, I just respect their decision. Like, if they think that they don't want me to be like their friend in a friend group level, like they just want to be casual friends or acquaintances, then it's fine. Medyo unfair lang sa part ko noon before, but now I'm pretty chill with it. I guess it's just really like not meant to be. Like, if you're gonna see it in a biblical perspective, perhaps we were not healthy for each other. So that's just what I think. And yeah, I don't hold it against them. Third question. Why did you shift from finance to marketing if you are with AIA na about insurance and more on finance? Okay. So I shifted from finance to marketing because I wasn't enjoying finance. Like, di man ako maarte. Like, if I don't enjoy it, I'll try to endure it naman. Pero kasi even if I do try to endure it, I just felt so depressed, so anxious, so like ang dami kong negative thoughts sa kanya. As in, it's haunting me at night. I cry a lot just taking a finance class. I was like asking, Lord, what is this? Why am I feeling this way? But anyway, I talked to someone and I just mentioned na I'm interested in marketing and what if I shift to marketing? And that person gave me like 2 thumbs up and she's like, I'm all for that, something. I look up to that person like a spiritual figure. So I thought na it was some kind of confirmation for me that, oh, maybe I should shift to marketing. And so I tried applying and I just told God that, Lord, if this is not for me, like redirect me or like don't let me pass this application. But then I did, so and I'm much more happier now. As for me working in AIA, not gonna lie, when you work for AIA, your course doesn't really matter. Like, you don't have to be a finance major or a finance expert, although that will give its own advantages, especially if you're handling like stocks and such. But all of it can be learned because like AIA has a lot of trainings for their financial advisors. Financial advising is actually nasa sales din. We're actually salespeople. So, pasok pa rin din yung marketing, not gonna lie. And as for the finance area, you don't really, like I said, you don't have to know like, oh, what's the formula for this to do the job. Like, no. You just need to study the product, attend the trainings because they do tell you how to handle clients, how to give a computation. Like, the computation is enough. You don't have to know the whole knowledge of the world about finance to cater to the mass people. Because then again, our target market in insurance companies are the common people, not big people like a huge corporation or something. I mean, meron naman kaming products for that. Pero kasi, it's better if you can explain in layman terms. Like, not in like a smarty pants way. Like, your customers won't understand it at all and they won't know the importance of insurance in the first place if you do that. So yeah, I'm gonna say na I don't really regret going to marketing, and I think it's still connected to AIA in a way because we are salespeople. Medyo mas pang bangko kasi yung finance, guys. Not really for the job that I'm looking for in the future. Plus, marketing is very versatile. I can do a lot of things if I do marketing, whereas finance, I'm just stuck in banks or something. Okay, next questions are just common questions that I think you guys would be interested in. So, this is the 4th, yeah. How do I know if I'm in the right course? Yeah, so I'm just gonna say go for it. Like, I'm a girl who took finance because I didn't know what course to take, to be honest with you. I just followed what my parents suggested because I have nothing for myself anyways. And I ended up in marketing. I ended up finding out what I really want after I started. So it's okay even if you don't know what course or you're unsure on what course you're going to take. Although there are things that you can do before you actually enter college so that you know what to take. Like, what are your skill sets? What are your interests? What are you good at? You can assess all of those things so that when you pass applications for college, you would be sure that, oh, I think this course is aligned with me. Although, don't be pressured na dapat perfect ha. Like, if you need to shift, go shift. Like, nothing wrong with it. Especially during freshman year, if there's an opportunity to shift and you know you're not meant for finance or you're not meant for that course that you have right now, then do it. Because I shifted quite early, so I'm not as affected as others. Does Dean List really matter? Okay, if you are in the Dean Lister or not. For my school specifically, if you're in the Dean Lister, you can enlist earlier than others. So yes, it's significant in our school. But job-wise, actually that can be a yes and a no question because I've heard stories that because of their DL, companies scouted them immediately, but some are having a hard time to work or to find jobs, even if they were in the dean lister or like cum laude, ganon. So it really depends. And some people that didn't have cum laude or dean list, they were making more money than those who did have. So it really all comes down to life in general. Like, life is really unpredictable, and cum laude wouldn't really state your future in a way. I mean, yes, it might help, but it all really depends, you know? Like that story that I told you guys, like I met someone that graduated without a cum laude, and then comparing his income now to his friends who did have cum laude, his income is higher. It's really all about like using the knowledge that you have learned in college to equip yourself so that you can really plan things out and your success out. And of course, God's got you. Like, lay it down to Him. If you're worrying about the future, if you're worrying about like, oh, is this right? Am I gonna be financially stable? Will I be able to support my family, etc. Blah blah blah. Lay it down to God. He will guide you to the best opportunities for you. So okay, next question. Is joining orgs significant? Okay, for me, I think yes. Because it's a good experience. You will definitely mature in orgs. You will learn how to work with a lot of people. Because honestly, guys, sa work, dapat may people skills kayo. Like, you have to know how to work with different types of people. Especially if situation is very like, wala kang choice but to work with that person, you know? Even if you don't like them. You will learn how to do that. And that's a good life skill. Marunong ka makisama kahit kanino. So, yeah, and also, if you go for positions in organizations like associate vice president, executive vice president, or even the president, that's a good add-on to your resume, especially if the committee you have joined is aligned to your course. So example, if I was marketing and I was applying for a publicity committee, which is in charge of designing the brand book, designing the branding, basically, colors, palettes, pubs, then that will be good, especially if I became a vice president for that. So I definitely think that orgs are significant, but I suggest you join them in your freshman year so you don't have to like stay there for so long until you graduate, you know what I mean? Because for me personally, like the first 2 years of college, you can dedicate it to the org. But the last 1 or 2 years of your college, try to get voluntary internship because that's one of the things that will really help you set yourself apart from other people who's applying to the same job that you're going to apply to in the future. Not gonna lie, this other thing I'm gonna say, it's not really something I apply personally, but it's very good if you have time for this. If you have time for this. For me, kasi I feel like I can't balance I can't balance my life with it anymore. Like, try to go for webinars that gives certificates, right? Certificates. Example, for marketing, if I go to a webinar that gives me a certificate telling that I passed and I'm, let's say, expert na sa Photoshop or something, that's good because you can only add those things in your resume if it's certified. A lot of companies will ask you, oh, do you have certification for this claim? So, ganun talaga yun. I suggest you guys do that too. Also, like, just the last tip for everyone though. Don't be afraid to experiment in college because college is the best time to experiment. Like, you can try a lot of things without the high risk after you graduate and you're a full-blown adult with handling money and bills and etc. So the best time to really try things is college. Like, you want to try making a small business during college, go ahead. You want to try applying to companies when you're still college, go ahead also. There's a lot of possibilities in college. So yeah, try to, like, if you're thinking about trying something, I just want to encourage you to try it because wala namang mawawala if you try it because you're just still a student and you're not even paying for your own bills yet and such. I also suggest, as much as possible, you guys fix your schedule, your balancing, because you're gonna carry those habits until you graduate. So, I mean, I'm not gonna say that if you're graduated now, it's too late. It's not too late. You can still balance your life out, but it's better if you start early so that you don't have to work as much about it, I guess, after you graduate. Those are my biggest tips for today and my answers to your questions. I hope it helped you guys. Thank you so much for watching.